Hey guys, I'm Rogan. Oh, jeez, I don't want to get dizzy. And this is my rant. We believe in the diversity of thought on this channel. So, what I want to talk about today is the new stimulus bill that got passed. I know I'm a little late to the party when it comes to this type of stuff, but that's okay because I'm going to break it down. Not the best breakdown, but I'm going to give a little bit of a breakdown from what I'm seeing on my computer right here, my lappity toppity box. And, I'm going to be talking about, how this relates to sound money, cash, precious metals, and what this means moving forward. And, I'm not meant to be a complete alarmist or a complete doom and gloom, but it's something that you have to consider. When multi-trillion-dollar stimulus bills gets passed like this, it's basically like a band-aid on a gunshot wound. Okay, the subject is still bleeding out on the table. It's basically just another pump of morphine, or it's another pump of life support to a dying patient, and the dying patient is the U.S. economy. And it's been going on for a while now. That this shaky ground that the financial system has been on, it's been here before the coronavirus pandemic hit. And all these multi-trillion-dollar stimulus bills, the $2 trillion first one, the $900 billion next one, and now this $2 trillion, it's only going to continue devaluing our currency. Now, it's not going to happen overnight. Like, our dollars aren't going to go like poof, like the Weimar Republic that happened in Germany, or what's happening in Venezuela or Zimbabwe. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's not going to be beneficial moving forward for the U.S. dollar. It's going to continue to lose its purchasing power, and inflation is only going to continue to rise. Now, I'm a firm believer in the fact that the Federal Reserve, they got to do what they got to do to keep this economy, afloat, and the U.S. government's got to do what they have to do to make sure that the budget for the government stays balanced and that the people are taken care of and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people are hurting. I'm not completely against this new stimulus bill that has gotten passed. That's not what I'm saying, but multi-trillion-dollar stimulus bills, they're going to become more frequent, and depending on how well we recover and how fast we recover, we could see another bill passed. And it's not going to be good, because it's good in the short term, but the long-term lasting consequences of all of this money printing, all of this quantitative easing, all of this stimulus that's happening, it's not going to be good for the average American. It's going to be good for the rich, the top 1%. It's going to be great for them. Their pockets are just going to continue to be lined with more dollars. And what a lot of rich people are doing, that they're buying farmland because they see the writing on the wall, or they're putting their money in precious metals, or they have ranches, they have private islands, they have jets, they have all this type of stuff. But the average everyday American like you and me, we can't really afford to do that type of stuff. And the reason why they're buying farmland is because the resources, the prices of goods and services, the food and the drink that you see at grocery stores, they're continuing to go up and up and up and up. If you do a little bit of an experiment, you look at prices a few months ago, and then a few weeks ago, and then today, you'll see it change. You will see it. And when I'm talking about inflation, you're not going to see it completely overnight, but just think about how expensive everything is getting. Really think about it, and do your due diligence like I have. Think about your health insurance, your car payments, your mortgage, your rent. In terms of, oh my God, I cannot believe it. It looks like it's snowing. Holy wow. I'm not, can't say I'm surprised, but I just commented on what's happening outside my window, but I have no idea if it's going to accumulate. I didn't really watch the weather today, but as I was saying, this 1.9 trillion is it's good and it's bad, and this is basically what's in it. So 410 billion is for stimulus checks. Now, I'm included in that stimulus check. I will be getting it, but I'm going to be using it mostly for bills because unemployment has kind of shit the bed on me, which I'm not mad. I knew it was bound to happen, but that's why I have savings and investments that I took out of just to cover bills for the next couple of months. So the 300, and then there's the next thing is 360 billion is going to government. So that can mean things like state, local governments, Democrat, conservative run, Republican run cities and states. a lot of it's going out to aid for regular government. So 246 billion is to extend the unemployment programs. I might qualify in a couple weeks, but as of now, I'm denied. There was a stipulation with it, and I've protected myself. But not everybody has that luxury to be able to protect themselves, because a lot of people they don't have good money sound habits. They don't save money. They don't prepare for a rainy day, and we've been in a rainy day for a year with this pandemic. So the next thing, 176 billion is going toward education to safely reopen more and more schools and return to in-person learning. And then there's this orange section right here that says 194 billion to other. Now, I don't know what other means, but I could speculate and say like, oh, well, maybe we're sending aid to other countries, which we shouldn't be focusing on other countries right now. So 143 billion extended tax credits. So if you have a child, dependent, stuff like that. And then 123 billion to COVID response, like vaccine distribution, healthcare system infrastructure. 105 billion general health, 56 billion to transportation, and then the Paycheck Protection Program, they're extending that again. It wasn't very effective the first couple times, but for small businesses, it's going to be another 59 billion, and then agriculture is going to be 16 billion, so to help out the farmers. So those are like the sections. It's not the best breakdown. I'm sure that you can find a better source, better edited, better spoken, but you come here for the rant, so that's what you're going to get. So what I want to bring this all to is what happens when things just become out of control, when things start to spike up in a very upward motion in terms of how expensive things are, in terms of like filling up your car gas tank for your car. Gas prices have gone up 40 cents on average since Joe Biden took office. And that's not just a Biden thing. That's a lot of factors. What happened in Texas with the ice storm, and then what happened with the pipeline and stuff like that. So there's many factors that play into that. So I'm not going to be playing the blame game when it comes to that. It's just there's a lot of factors that affect energy. But the reason most of my investments now, well, they've always been, most of them have been metal. I'll show you a little something right here. This is a 1 ounce silver round. Get a good look at it. It's pretty cool. It has Darth Vader on the side of it. A cool little. I'm a huge Star Wars nut. But when it comes to gold, I have some gold, I have some platinum, and I have a lot of silver. And the dollar will continue to buy less and less and less. But I don't pay too much attention to the daily price of silver, gold, and platinum. I look at it, a few times a week, not every single day, multiple times a day. But you can do that if you really want to. But, there's an argument that what's better to have in case of a collapse? What's better to have in case that, shit really starts to hit the fan? When prices continue to rise and rise and rise, it's good to have savings in cash, but it's good to have precious metals to protect yourself. I keep these precious metals in a safe place, out of sight, out of mind. I don't touch it. I will only use as a case of an emergency. It's an insurance policy because, like I said, the stimulus check, it's going to be a quick fix. It's going to be another shot for the patient who's dying on the table, and it's going to be good for the short term. It's going to help people desperately need this help. I completely understand that, but I'm going to take that stimulus check. I will, because I qualify for it. Obviously I will, but it's only going to create long-term problems moving forward in the future. Thinking about 1, 2, 5 years down the line. You can find plenty of videos on YouTube that they're calling for a collapse and a complete meltdown, and it's going to happen any minute now, any day now, or blah blah blah. It's going to happen soon. It's already happening. I see some of that. I see where they're coming from, but I feel that it's going to be a very slow burn, and that's just that. And that's like I'm saying, relating it back to precious metals, I have a lot. I don't. It's a safety net, and I really recommend that you look into that yourself. I'm sure that some people watching may have already started like accumulating some metal, and it's a real store of wealth. And it has the metal has intrinsic value. It's never been worth zero. It has a 5,000 year history. It's used as money all around the world. It's accepted all around the world as money, and it's just it's there if you need it. It's not like, I don't view metal as like a quick flipping type of thing. How people like to quick flip it or sell it. Like, I don't really pay attention to too much of that stuff. So that's all I really wanted to say. I did a little bit of a breakdown of that stimulus package. I hope you enjoyed. Now, if you like content like this, I want you to hit that like button. And if you didn't like the content, if you didn't like my face, if you didn't like my topic or my shirt, just remember to smash that dislike button. It gives me a chance to improve, make better content, make more content, and then just get better overall with what I'm doing. Remember, if you want to see more crazy videos from this crazy guy, hit that subscribe button. It's free. And that bell notification right down there. It might work, it might not, but you might get notified. And I would love to hear what you have to say. Comment down below what you think. Do you think I'm full of it? Do you think I have some good points, some bad points? I would really like to hear what you have to say. Because like I said, not everything I say is gospel. I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional. I'm not a guru. I'm just saying things that's working for me. And it could work for you, but everyone's situation is different. Not everyone is in a position to have a good emergency fund in cash and metals. So that's what I believe is important. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.